You feel it sometimes, don't you? The shift in people's energy, the shorter replies, the fake smiles, the way people slowly stop respecting you without ever saying it directly. And the worst part is, you keep wondering what you did wrong. Maybe you think people are jealous. Maybe you think the world is just fake. But here's what nobody tells you. Most people do not consciously decide to dislike you. Their brain feels something before their mind explains it. Your nervous system speaks before you do. Your habits speak before your words do. And without realizing it, you may be sending signals that make people lose respect for you, avoid you, ignore you, or secretly feel uncomfortable around you. Not because you are a bad person, but because your behavior communicates weakness, emotional instability, insecurity, or desperation in ways you cannot see yet. And once people feel those patterns repeatedly, their perception of you changes. This is why you can be kind and still get disrespected. You can care deeply and still feel unwanted. You can try hard to be liked and somehow push people further away. The real problem is not your personality. It is the emotional signals your brain and body are constantly broadcasting. And this changes everything, because once you understand the behaviors that quietly destroy attraction, trust, respect, and emotional connection, you can change them. You can become calmer, more respected, more emotionally powerful, more grounded, and one of the reasons people secretly pull away from you is probably something you do every single day without noticing. First, you need too much validation. One of the fastest ways to make people lose respect for you is needing too much emotional reassurance. You may not even notice you are doing it, but people can feel it. When you constantly need approval, when you over-explain yourself, when you panic over late replies, when your mood depends on how others treat you, people feel emotional pressure around you. And psychologically, pressure pushes people away. Your brain is always trying to feel safe socially. That is why you want acceptance. That is why rejection hurts. But when your entire emotional state depends on other people validating you, your nervous system starts broadcasting anxiety. And human beings unconsciously mirror emotional states. This is called emotional contagion, meaning your emotional energy spreads to others without words. So if your energy constantly says, "Please like me, please approve of me, please do not reject me," people feel tension around you, even if you never say those words directly. That is why calm people naturally attract respect, because they are emotionally grounded. They are not desperately trying to convince everyone to accept them. And deep down you already know this. You can feel when someone is trying too hard. You can feel when someone is emotionally chasing approval. And other people can feel it from you too. That is the uncomfortable truth. But this is not about blaming yourself. It is about awareness. Because the moment you stop asking, "Do they like me?" and start asking, "Do I respect myself right now?" your entire energy changes. And once that happens, people start responding differently to you. But validation addiction creates another dangerous problem. It makes you emotionally reactive, and that silently destroys respect faster than almost anything else. Second, you react to everything. People trust emotional stability, and when you react emotionally to everything, people slowly stop feeling safe around you. You may think your reactions are normal, but other people experience them as emotional unpredictability. One small disagreement ruins your mood. One cold reply makes you overthink for hours. One joke feels like an attack. One moment of rejection changes your entire energy. And eventually people start walking carefully around you. Not because they hate you. Because your nervous system feels chaotic. Your brain has a survival system called the amygdala. Its job is to detect danger. But when your nervous system is constantly stressed, your brain starts treating normal social situations like threats. So you become defensive. You interrupt people. You over-explain yourself. You take things personally. You emotionally explode over small things. And people feel exhausted around you. Now notice something. The most respected people are usually the calmest people. They pause before reacting. They stay emotionally controlled. They do not rush to defend themselves. They do not panic socially. And because of that, people naturally trust them more. Calmness feels powerful, because emotional control signals safety. And safety creates respect. The strongest version of you is not the loudest one. It is the most grounded one. And this is important. Emotional control is not pretending you do not feel anything. It is training your nervous system not to panic over everything. One deep breath before responding changes your presence. One pause changes how people see you. One calm reaction changes your entire identity. And the crazy part is people notice it immediately. Because emotional stability is rare now. But there is another thing quietly making people lose interest in you. And honestly, almost everyone does this without realizing it. Third, you talk too much about yourself. You may think people dislike you because you are not interesting enough. But sometimes people pull away because you never truly see them. You are too focused on proving yourself, proving your intelligence, your pain, your achievements, your opinions, your stories, and slowly, every conversation becomes about you. Now here is the psychology behind this. Talking about yourself activates dopamine in the brain. It literally feels rewarding. That is why insecure people often overshare. Your brain is trying to feel important, valuable, seen. But socially intelligent people understand something deeper. People do not connect with you because you impressed them. People connect with you because they felt understood around you. That changes everything, because the moment people feel unseen, they emotionally disconnect from you. Even if you are entertaining, even if you are smart, even if you are funny. And this is why quiet people often become powerful socially. They observe more, they listen more, they notice emotional details other people miss. Most people are waiting for their turn to speak. Very few people actually listen. That is why real attention feels rare today, especially in a distracted world. So the next time you talk to someone, notice this. Are you listening to understand them? Or are you listening just to respond? That small awareness changes relationships completely. Because when people feel emotionally understood, they naturally feel safe around you. And safety creates closeness. But there is another hidden behavior that destroys attraction and respect very quickly. And society secretly rewards it at first. Fourth, you try too hard to impress people. One of the biggest reasons people secretly dislike you is because they can feel you performing. You try too hard to look confident, too hard to sound smart, too hard to appear successful, too hard to make people admire you. And even if people smile at you, they still feel the tension underneath it. Because forced confidence feels emotionally uncomfortable. Real confidence feels relaxed. Think about the people you naturally respect. They usually are not screaming for attention. They are not constantly proving themselves. They are not trying to dominate every conversation. They feel grounded, and grounded people make others feel calm. But when you constantly seek validation through performance, people feel emotional pressure around you. Your energy starts saying, "Please see my value. Please think I matter. Please be impressed." And ironically, the more you chase admiration, the less people genuinely respect you. Because emotionally secure people do not need constant approval. They already believe in their own worth. That is why true confidence is quiet. It does not need to announce itself. And once you stop performing for attention, something strange happens. You become more attractive socially, more authentic, more respected, because people trust what feels real, not what feels forced. And this connects to another behavior that slowly poisons how people experience you emotionally. Fifth, you bring negative energy everywhere. Your brain naturally focuses on problems. This is called negativity bias. It helped human beings survive danger. But today it can quietly destroy your relationships. Because if every interaction with you feels emotionally heavy, people slowly start avoiding you. You complain constantly, you focus on drama, you criticize everything, you bring stress into every conversation. And eventually people associate your presence with emotional exhaustion. Now understand this carefully. This does not mean you should fake happiness. That is not emotional strength. Real emotional strength means processing pain without spreading chaos everywhere you go. There is a difference. Strong people feel pain deeply, but they do not build their identity around suffering. They do not make negativity their entire personality. And maybe nobody taught you this before. Your emotional atmosphere affects people more than your words do. People remember how they feel around you. If they constantly feel drained, they slowly distance themselves emotionally, even if they care about you. This is why emotionally grounded people feel magnetic. They create calm energy, safe energy, balanced energy, and in a world full of emotional chaos, that feels powerful. But there is one final reason people lose respect for you. And honestly, this is the deepest one of all. Sixth, you abandon yourself to keep people. The biggest reason people stop valuing you is because you stop valuing yourself first. You tolerate disrespect, you beg for attention, you ignore your boundaries, you say yes when you want to say no, you chase people who clearly do not care about you. And over time people unconsciously learn how to treat you. Because human beings respond to emotional patterns. When your behavior says, "I will accept anything just to keep you," people slowly lose respect for you. Not always consciously, but psychologically, and deep down you lose respect for yourself too. That is why self-respect changes everything. Not arrogance, not ego, self-respect. The ability to stay grounded even when someone misunderstands you. The ability to walk away from disrespect calmly. The ability to stop chasing validation from emotionally unavailable people. And the moment you stop abandoning yourself for approval, your entire energy changes. You stop seeming desperate. You stop seeming emotionally weak. You stop forcing connections. And people feel that shift immediately. Because emotionally strong people do not beg to be chosen. They choose themselves first. That is what creates calm confidence. And once your nervous system learns that rejection is not danger, you stop panicking socially. You stop overreacting. You stop performing. You become emotionally free. And that freedom changes the way people experience you completely. So, if people have been pulling away from you, that does not mean you are broken. It means your nervous system learned unhealthy survival patterns. Patterns built from rejection, loneliness, fear, overthinking, emotional insecurity. But patterns can change. Your brain changes through repetition. Every calm response trains emotional control. Every boundary builds self-respect. Every moment you stop chasing validation builds confidence. Slowly your identity changes. You stop reacting emotionally to everything. You stop needing approval constantly. You stop shrinking yourself for acceptance. And people begin feeling something different around you. Stability, grounded energy, quiet confidence, emotional strength. That is when respect changes. That is when relationships change. That is when your life changes. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming emotionally stronger. And the version of you that people naturally respect is built one small decision at a time. One pause, one boundary, one calm reaction, one act of self-respect. Because confidence is not something you are born with. It is something your nervous system learns. Now go train it, and comment below what do you do after watching this video. And for more videos, subscribe the channel.